All right, this is a Fox News alert breaking moments ago. President Trump weighed in on the Guthrie investigation from aboard Air Force One. Take a listen.
Doing very well on that regard. You're probably surprised to hear that. I think we're doing very well. Very well, meaning we have some clues, I think, that are very strong. And I think we could have some answers coming up fairly soon. I think we're doing very well.
Let's hope that's all true. We will continue to update you with any developments in the case. First, a huge win for the administration and our justice system after today's Benghazi arrest. But this disaster should never have happened. Right here on this program in 2016, I spoke with Chris Ferranto, who was stationed at the CIA annex. That was less than a mile away. And he revealed that instead of going to help, which he and if his fellow CIA guys wanted to do, they were told to stand down repeatedly. Take a listen. How many times were you told to stand down that night? You were at the CIA annex, what, about a mile or two away, right?
Not even that, about 3/4 of a mile, the crow flies. If it would have taken us even on foot, if we would have been unhindered on foot, 10 minutes to get there. A drive, it took us maybe a minute. 30 minutes we were told to wait, and then the words stand down were used. You know what, it's been
at least
shown,
three times you told me, right?
Well, at least three times. Twice the words wait were used. Once the word stand down was used.
Our U.S. Attorney for Washington, D.C., she was at the press conference today. Our friend Jeanine Pirro is here with more. Boy, this is serendipitous you are here. Two passions of yours. You've always cared about Benghazi. You've never stopped talking about it. And you have spent a big part of your life, you know, helping people that are victims of crime. So we got a lot to talk about tonight. Let's get your take.
We do, Sean, and I'm thrilled to be with you tonight because, as you know, in 2012, this was a passion for me as it was for you, because we knew that we were being lied to. We knew that when they said it was a peaceful protest that went awry, or there were just a few troublemakers, or that when President Obama said, quote, we did everything we could. The truth is, I spoke to Patricia Smith, the mother of Sean Smith, and I befriended her when I had my show. And she texted me today and she said, you know, my son Sean said to me, Mom, I'm going to die. They're not going to send help. And this was, for most Americans, Sean, and for me in particular, the first time in my life that I realized that the American cavalry wasn't coming for you. And right now, we know the difference between the presidents, because it is President Trump who has made the decision to bring the American cavalry in to protect Americans. And that's why last night I was able to talk to the family of Ambassador Stevens and Sean Smith and Tyrone Woods, as well as Glenn Doherty. Spoke to all of them, and they were thrilled. They didn't expect this. I was on the tarmac at 3 in the morning. I wanted to see that dirtbag Bakush get off that jet and make sure that he got into the hands of American law enforcement. My office indicted him 2 months ago. The indictment was unsealed today. I knew that this was a case where American justice had to stand up, and the American citizens would be able to see a president who believes in justice. It's an 8-count indictment. This guy, Bakush, was one of the main people. He's charged with supporting terrorism and providing material support to terrorism that resulted in the murder of several, in addition to the murder of Sean Smith, Ambassador Stevens, and the attempted murder of Scott Wickland. Arson. These people, when they couldn't breach Villa C, where Ambassador Stevens was with Sean Smith, they went out and got gas cans. I'm talking about Bakush. And they set fire to make sure that those Americans died. This languished for far too long. And so with Kash Patel, Dan Bongino, and with the help of Marco Rubio, we got Bakush back. We got him back last night. And we are not done yet, Sean. There are more of those people, those peaceful protesters. That was nonsense. They went on the Sunday morning shows and they lied to us. And then they said, what difference does it make? It makes a lot of difference. You should have heard the family members last night. And they're texting me, please tell President Trump how grateful we are. We knew that he stood for us. We knew he would never forget. And this indictment will be prosecuted by my office. office, just like the other two Benghazi defendants were, as well as the future Benghazi defendants will be. We will never forget this case.
You know what? Your passion is infectious. Your enthusiasm, encouraging to so many others, will come and get you. Judge Pirro, good to see you. And
I love my work for this president and Pam Bondi. They let us do it.
They did, thank God. Coming up, my Super Bowl predictions with Clay Travis. I've won every bet to date. Straight ahead. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.